Understand. Your thoughts are the two of you from now on. No one owes anyone. They have nothing to do with each other. I can't help but remember the peaceful time I spent with him. Then Ra is alone in love. And then it tends to be a pitiful form. For the first time in her life, she loved someone. But they were fooled. She sighed in pain and said, "He has only used me so far." Thank heaven next door. As if I had already predicted this result. A hasty cough of a long-standing boss. I said, "Don't be angry. That boy once told us. He came to Hovu City because of his brother's translation." Suddenly, the king appeared in disarray. "That's why he helps you. But also, really, it's about thinking for your own good. He is not very kind. So you don't have to be too upset about this." His word just ended. The city can't stand it anymore. The body does not stand and falls. The owner hurried to catch her, gently patting her shoulder, comforting. The long form of this employer always has no look good about men. At this time, I see the pain. Angry at that kid. Dare to hurt the heart of our master. I'll see you later to see if you can skin him. Thank God you can hear the cold. Why did you fight him? God says it's not wrong with your power. Don't talk to her alone. Even if the dance is long enough, it will not fight back. Look at the end of the two of you. People who are dead are abandoned. Who dares to tease him? Come to think of this long-form awkward owner Hokanum. Looks like he didn't say anything before. He cursed him in his heart. But Dao is still checking the wooden box. Shouting out loud, "What is this?" "This medicine is what you gave him." He looked at the jade, slowly shaking his head. "I've never given medicine." I can't help but hear a bold thought. "Probably is." Then she calmly said, "Maybe he gave it to me." When she said that, she opened the lid. An opening moment. I can feel the smell of medicine all over. Everywhere. Is a master knitter. Maybe you don't know what this is. She's screaming. This is the 8-piece super god. He made Ra in the final. King Don Sao gave us another to 3617. One once gave 17 pills. This is too precious. Peach Dawn dormant eyes look around. Finally aware of the problem. Throw a session towards the Ho Long Master said. "Please drink it." The frequency of the sound is not from the stupor, to bring down the medicine. In the blink of an eye, the energy in her body exploded. The energy in people also becomes more abundant. Long Nine looked at her in amazement. The owner has broken through the world. People can't help but look at this situation. It's a breakthrough. A moment later, out of the world. Tathan opened her eyes in horror and said to dig her. "We're not just breaking through. That's 7 waste. The medicine left on people. It's also been removed." This word just came out. People are terrified again. One side of hope, looking at the porcelain vase in the hand of the Dengxian. Everybody knows that electricity is respected by the world. It's because there are 7 of them. Only they have the cure. But don't think about. A piece of arbitrary medicine is the most sure of raw. We can solve it again. Peach Don Non gripped the porcelain vase in his hand. In his eyes rose a ray of joy, laughing out loud something. Maybe this is 17 antidote tablets, 7 waist zebra head Sao. This guy is not a tiger, he's a genius. Ha ha ha, remedy. The poor man thought for years that he could not. But this guy solved it in a moment. It's a blessing. Received her confirmation. People couldn't believe, screaming at the same time. I know everyone's doubts. Continue to explain. This kid gave us 17 pills. Just skillfully helped us solve the poison drama of 17 people. To help Ho dance to overcome the danger. I tend to hear this word. I cried out to dig her up. You mean him? Has cracked the cure that bias leaves behind. So that means the medicine is real. Peaches laughed for an hour. And his face is filled with admiration, and he's right. It's true that this kid is much better. It's not just the antidote, but also further improvement. He upgraded the cure to 8 super god knitting products. Synonymous with, even the old man can make a full recovery. I heard 2 words in her mouth. Everyone was amazed at the same time. Remember that year? After being ambushed, gypsies transmitted hand to hand. The old man of long dance died under 7 discharge of the chief of the pharmacy. But now someone says she's alive. Long Nine eyes rolled unbelievably. Looking to the east, the question arises. What old man? It's not that she's dead. Don is slowly shaking his head. Casually say, I still have my last breath. But soon she come back to life. Hear this word. Long Nine nodded slowly. But in my heart I can't help feeling. This kid is playing loud. Not only does it help dance for a long time, escape from the control of the king of medicine, even to the powerful woman who supported the flower for a long time, they can also save lives. This one move of Y. Help the flower to be reborn from the ashes. It's just this. He has been a benefactor of the dance for a long time. The words of the Lord make you too. HOA long stick holder and long form holder excited. Dry squeeze. That's great. There are these pills. They were able to escape the control of the fire for a long time. Now you can save your old man. On the contrary, it's the city. She doesn't stop thinking about that. In my mouth murmuring, he doesn't owe me anymore. But I owe him. We haven't cut it yet. Acceptance to 100 for recovered. At the same time on the road. Serious coachman on. Face full of tears and crying. But inside the carriage, it's the body of the king of medicine. Death at the strongest hand, at the great battle of dawn. Maybe no one expected it. This time to the city. The king of medicine died like that. Strictly aggressive nose swiping. Try to hold back tears into the sadness. I can't say I can't cry. You must be waiting. I will avenge my master. To console the master's spirit in heaven. Next time I see you, I will kill you. But he just finished. Suddenly, a wine-driven car came. Wait until he can see the man screaming in fear. Probably. The wrong person is the most likely. But he doesn't pay attention to him either. Straight into the carriage, hugging Tung's dead body by the river. Without a word, head for the air. He looked at Master Ming's body in his hands. I was scared and yelled out loud. What did you steal my master's body for? Hear this word. Probably stop for a moment. He glanced at him provocatively. Bring back the body. What to do, ha ha ha. Laugh for 2 hours and leave immediately. He glanced at the man who flew away. Then kneeling on the ground crying out loud. Master, I'm sorry, useless child. Even the body of a child cannot be protected. He was humiliated by that beast. Children are really inhospitable. I can hear the most sure cry. I can't help but look at him a little. Nod your head in wonder. But the boy has many tricks. But such a kind heart is rare. Hard to find. Not like the disciple who ate his porridge 8 previous lives. Again for a mystery book that's heartless. Put him to death. The fastest way is to find a safe place. In the small forest, put your body on the ground. Probably the most amusing. On the hand appeared a bottle. Take the object inside out. There's finally land for martial arts. In his hands, he made a decision. In my mouth constantly muttering, and then scream for an hour. To bring silkworm blood into the body seriously. A moment later, the people on the ground suddenly trembled in wonder. Stand up and look at the four sides. Old man, where is this? Probably the most gentle smile. My mouth is slightly raised and I say ha ha ha. Greeting seriously, old man. Finally, we can also talk calmly. I seriously looked at the hypocrite. Disgusting others in front of you. Don't shake a few. Stand back and be alert. Termat. I was not killed by you. Probably laughing for a few hours. Speak up casually. I am sure that our hands are always in moderation. People want to kill, no one can live. People who don't want to kill will live. Then we've reduced the power of the blow. Just draw. God and his flesh are separated. There is a fake death. Just give him a wicker soul pill to drink. Use be a bar menace. You will wake up. Hear this word. I am very clear about why he is alive. But he doesn't understand. Why did this man spare his life? Then he suspected. Look at the most solid side. Why did you spare your life and not kill the old man? Right then. Most certainly in the eye flashed calculation ray. Smiling a little ha ha ha. I told you. I respect you as the first master. It's a pity to kill. Let us take better advantage of it. The words just came out of surprise. Then laugh for a laugh, ha ha ha. You want to seduce a beautiful man. Old man, he was still the first monk of the King of Medicine. How can I lower myself? Listen to your mistakes. On the contrary, he is not angry. Laughing praise is really arrogant. I like people like you. It's very hard to practice medicine well. Or we don't make it difficult for others. Seriously, I can't help but be stunned. What does this person mean? Just seconds ago, I don't want him to work for me anymore. He was rejected once and gave up. There were some suspicious rays on his face. He asked for sure. Don't you try to advise me? Probably a little smelly. A gentle smile told him what to do. No matter what I say, I only say it once. It's okay to convey the idea. But just finished. Probably the most important thing is to press the handle in your hand. Start muttering. In the blink of an eye, on the forehead tongue, suddenly a red object appeared. Made his whole body as hot as fire. The blood vessels are boiling. The head wants to explode. Strictly hugging his head, rolling on the ground. Your mouth doesn't stop cursing your mother. What did you do to me after all? Most likely watching him suffer. He quietly laughed and laughed. It's not hidden. Before you wake up, I was afraid you would let me give you a small drink. My ghost is silkworm blood. I just need a thought. It can cause blood vessels in your body. They die of self-harm. Hear this word. Strictly not out of business. He didn't expect it 1,000 times. Most likely, the world has such poisonous Buddhism. This time he knows. Will not escape the fear of screaming for a moment. Surely you do not keep your word. You didn't force the old man. Most probably shrugged and laughed for 2 hours. That's right. I didn't force you. Follow me or not is your decision. Something, if you refuse, that means we're still enemies. Killing the enemy is a matter of course. The decision on the most evil hand has not yet been released. Strictly still hurts endlessly. Of course he understands this principle. This guy is trying to force him to choose to follow him or die. Rethink your own identity. He gritted his teeth trying to stop the pain. You free the old man. Stop tormenting the old man. The old man risked his life with you. The end of the strict words suddenly burst out of force. You want to force yourself. Most likely, keep your eyes on him. Not out of fear. He wants to reveal himself. And he'd actually rather die, Theo. The mood is not bad. 205 accept submission. Not too much right now. Most people are not afraid to snap their fingers. Strength in the serious. In the blink of an eye receding. Feel the changes in your body. I can hardly believe looking at him. What did you do to me? Most likely, his eyes were bleeding. Smiling a little, ha ha ha. I almost forgot to tell you. Blood silkworm incarnation. The control of your body belongs to me. If you want to kill yourself, don't dream. The word just ended. Sirius immediately panicked. Like this, he's nothing more than a puppet. He wants him to live. If he wants him dead, he must die. There's no resistance whatsoever. The road is a unique medicine. Those who heard the name were afraid to come this way again. He can't stand this shame. He gritted his teeth and said, "Kill me." Most probably sitting on the rock right now. Take a look at him. Then take out a watch. The sand is calm, and serious. I don't have time for you either. It's easy to die if you want to. Wait for the sand to fall to the bottom. You can commit suicide. It's not long. About 20 hours. I was crying for 20 hours. He doesn't have to suffer anymore. By that time SAO. Serious crying without tears. On your knees, begging is different. The old man's shoes for an extra day. You can't let the old man die comfortably. You're evil one. You will not die peacefully. Probably the easiest way to jump down. The person who's about to leave. But before you go, didn't he forget to say a few words again? He was a king for a while. Afraid you will go alone. I will send your beloved on his way first. Let him serve you well. On the way down to the Yellow River. Sure of his filial piety. The lioness. You two are together. I will be very happy, ha ha ha. Suddenly, in a serious heart, there was anger on my face. Gnashing teeth, grinding, aggressive, say something. I swear if you touch a hair, the devil will not forgive you. Listen to his threat. Probably most people don't notice. Provocative eyebrows threaten me. So let's try it. Then he picked up his feet and wanted to leave. I saw it so seriously, I hurriedly cried out. Wait a minute. The Lord's command, I admit defeat. The old man can't get in touch with you. What did the old man do? Then you will forgive my disciple. I saw he was half subdued. Most likely, he raised his face to the sky and laughed. But he didn't turn his back on him. Actually, I stole your body earlier. I think we can be a group. So I'll keep you a little face. He did not touch his beloved disciple. But now if we're still herbicide enemies, it can't be eradicated. Hear this word. I can't help but feel afraid. This is not the way we live. And you die against me. If he wants to live, the only way is to obey him. But medicine is his home. How can you betray? He is not moving forward right now. Backwards is not finished. He looked at him endlessly. Of course, most people know his intentions best. He said seriously, I didn't know you had friends. A lover or... Did you bother him at the pharmacy? I seriously doubt you will ask. Ask what this is about. I can't help but shrug my shoulders, probably laughing for an hour nothing. It's only later if we become a society. Meet those people. I can also look down on your face. Hear this word. I can't help but feel surprised. This person has that kind of love. But he hurriedly put on his hand and said, no need. Big families like us. It's not just fighting in the face, but also inside. Especially after the old man became the #1 monk of the clan. Get the title of the king of medicine alone. It makes more people jealous. The elders in the house. It hasn't been back for a long time either. There was only one disciple whom the old man regarded as his own son. I hope Master Track will fall in love. To hear his sorrowful words. Most likely the head. By that I mean that he is willing to submit. It's absolutely impossible. Even though electricity is our home, said solemnly. But he hasn't finished yet. Most likely, someone seriously interrupted the house. A place without feeling. There's nothing worth holding onto. It's also called home. What you call a family. It's just a relationship that takes advantage of each other. He was trained to practice knitting. Master number 1, there's a lot of merit. But how many years have you sold your life? Because they've paid it off a long time ago. Now you're in danger of attachment. He finally thought of the king of medicine. That's what you call a house. And again, you've never betrayed the king of medicine before. So what's the biased apartment's story? Where did his medicine come from? Don't tell me. A serpent infiltrated the pharmacy. A regular knitting disciple. That could steal the cure that easily. Maybe you didn't give him Sao. The key moment. Probably the most. Of course I know where his death blow is. So step-by-step pressure. Put him on the same path. I seriously look at you. I know exactly what happened that year. He is most likely to question you or ask you. How do you know? I saw his expression. Probably the most popular smile. It's about to work. Now just push him one more. Everything is considered complete. Hide your satisfaction. He made a sigh and said. Because you're very self-centered. Basis of tendency to describe. You're both equally obsessed with knitting. A master who's obsessed with knitting. Met an ardent disciple with knitting medicine. I don't like it. But when it comes to biases, you always show contempt. But he never denied his talent. In fact, I feel sorry for him in my heart. Right. Remember the inclination. Stupid for a moment trying to stand up. Said the disciple. The old man is the old man who knows his background. The old man was not kind at first. I really want to do the same thing for the long dance. But later, his talent amazed the old man. Not even in my heart. If we had deliberately let it steal the real antidote. Let it solve itself. As if that was his destiny. If it can solve it. Of course you're better than me. Pity or. Maybe this is the only thing. The old man was guilty of the king of medicine. Probably cold for an hour. Whether he only betrayed once or twice. It's all the fault with the pharmacy. Make a high bar like that. I think the most likely thing is to keep talking. The disciple should be in a hurry. To find a cure. That no one can solve. It's not that bad. Maybe you're dead. There's no one else to pursue this. What, we are dead? Slowly nod your head. Most likely calm, yes. Everyone saw with their own eyes that I killed you. So of course you're dead. My grandfather now lives by my own hand. It also means your current network. It is given by me. It has nothing to do with electricity. Now you decide again. As the king of medicine, strictly of pharmacopoeia, together with my disciples become my enemy. Killed again. Or accept the invitation. Become the knitting room elder of their house. Lost in the forest, we rise again from the ashes. Call the rain to the wind. This word of yours is a powerful one. And the weak place of seriousness. No, he's clearly dead. Dying at the hands of the worst. Batched on flourishing people. Witness. One day he fell down. It's like being in love with medicine. Has been completely removed. He is now reborn. Use a different identity. Like that, then working for AI doesn't matter. He laughed and said haha. Master Juo's words are unique. The old man had died a long time ago. If so, the old man agreed. Follow a haughty figure like a master. Once again stir the heavens. Accept 206 shocking news. Get his consent. Probably the most satisfied. And threw him a crochet. One moment he swallowed. Change the meat. Wrinkles on the face. He no longer returns to his younger form. That even toxins accumulate in the body. Also completely disappeared. Strictly detect mutant body. Not without laughing. Not Tiger is a super product of Master Track. It doesn't just neutralize the toxins in the old man, but also a breakthrough to the six-dimensional sky. You look at the person in front of you most likely. Voice of praise. This is worth seeing. He seriously changed the flesh. Rise from the ashes. Maybe even if your previous acquaintances meet again. You should be surprised once. Dreaming of joy for a while. Take your eyes to the most serious. I have to thank Lindon for this. Otherwise, I'm afraid my whole life will not be cleared. The old man's toxins have accumulated from doing the exercises. I'm sure he's the #1 monk in heaven. The old man is not equal to submission. When I saw him, he shook his head. After all, everyone is me. Don't call me Master Juo anymore. You are now a lost elder. And I'm their lost butler. You can call me the butler later. Listen carefully to this family. Frown suspiciously or ask go. The old man only heard. You come from an ordinary family. I've never heard of this lost house. But think about it, can create a genius like Track the Butler. Surely getting lost is also a great accelerator. It rarely contains many talents. Even if it is not as glorious as the Seven Kingdoms. Maybe it's also a pro. Hear this word. He could not help but feel embarrassed and embarrassed to say bad things later. This will be so. Now if you take it more seriously, the lost were reluctant. It's a first-class family. But not why the whole foundation is weak. He can steal. What he wants to do, no one can stop him. Thought. Most likely, he turned to the serious side confidently. Giam la ta gm bo vviing. LCC gia chung ta chichen la spmt thien via. The gia mdient. Kang ai sanban. Eng gg si li na giam tung kan engi si kangeng. Engay si gnv bongman. Kung kang dam noi ra nung li hung hn navi. Nheng non dang vf gi chak mt. Chichen kang fi noi kie. Hun ko the gnhp gia tic mdn m navi. Kung zem nuk chup ho a rainy angri. Gi ri hun qg non vfea y noi track g. A kang track quen gia. Kang bit ki now chung ta via gia tic. Ang ta hang vui ming thuji ang ta vui them chaklat. Niu fat hi and ra snm navi. Ang tant hun sn arch d7 vin. Giri cheaten fam the G noi wak ig. Terchak sao G ta kung kia ing via thai. Bay gig ta vien con niem vien ing sai theotasai. MCCD coach at 7 vin. Nhengium tung vnggthu theophius awy. Hung retrak quen gia. Ungaigi rachayan ln navi wythan hoa via. Kang sdg a tic bilyan lie. Kung fi. Gia tic mdn na the lam sao sd chu lian lai ggc. Chg seen fam minangangi chin vvi 7 the gia. Ntun la coach a dua v wang cheek. Giri giam tungam theme ggthu. Hun theo hung giri. Chg seen fam bit hin hangi g the. Nheng kung kang han long fa vio town ko siahan. Giri ybnun 10 lanting sd kai g. Than fong lam lani cm vau ca 7 the gia. Con kuk the gia kuk kan bin kang gccc ki dwa. Giam tung jate nyan biang teen qg noi y. Thara lavi. Lan cm hong thong banjung to nchiem terchak. Thara la banjung vn lcc gia. Ha 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 the thata in tamri. Ko lsgn v bangman teen tm han sieke kung sntm chen chikha thai. Lafu, muan nanthi dang viev chat vietcagn v bangman, k hung huca 7 the gia qua. Eng tk. Then the cheatin fam jade nyan cc eng lay. Dung bgckhu hi gn v bangman sn teen tm hin kg. Ko la lan cmca hong 7 lam sao bun chung dam vow. Giam tung kqg mt ting. Sao ko lan ting gigi thich trak quen gia. Zem ra lcc gia chung ta dien the qualao. Ning ko nu chayan vien cha arkiri. That ra ingen nchiem terchak kithian via lppnchc. Hong 7 kung ji ting ban arch t nu lan cho 7 the gia. Nhang qg kung sn ko the gia vien tun hungshimhin. Ungai bit vn sao kang. Chg seen fam sitin mthei. Kin hai noi. Ls now bun h hang them doggh and ca hong 7. Giam tung biek tija qg2. Vn te ken gigi trak quen gia. Hung la thang min tu yit hun. Chung trach con trak tugi. Ma lam quen gia camt gia ticln ri. Hung v7 gia hang nim vau ggh and ca hong 7. Valay gn tram nchiem ne. Sao ki hong gn lan gingi. Tien sut them dio kung ngay kang dsn dnp. Chg seen fam voa veng noi vi. Hong 7 fin ning the now. Giam tung eng ggc li ne. Lsehu lanting u at new lane hung bien. Hong gn hien ne gn na la kang gu dc teen zivagig. Chonan 7 gia to kien hun hang kang h in hun. Lane ne ungaigi chayan yhoavlau. Con git to kang tca gnv bongman. Ko lsgnv bongman sn li chayan ne lam kai si. G gni pilan vchg ne. Zem rakt kwak hong gn con bao nu trong leung. Li hin via dt. Chg seen fam jate nyan con trong ra lan y. Non y wa vang chi sai. Giam tung kung bi ek tijak theo sao. Nhang kang ki ko hiu. Trak quen gia chung ta sai hao. Kung kang niu li. Chg seen fam noi arkini hin via gia ticenge. The na the fian fikri. Giam tung vien cho rang thuk luk lcc gia chi siang kangangi genshin vvi 7 the gia. Nhang y lay wa vang contrang. Mdh lanting koji fian fiksha. Vvi thuk luk ca na hlcc hun si hong 7. Kung fi vch ra mt len yu cho riang mchen. Kang cho giangoi bgc vow. Cho dgn v bongman jade and get teen ap kit cho ls kung sn and han thai. Chg seen famang ggc x mt tinkin thong boom yx. Thuk luk kai g. La ti kang via. The chi kan kai zak ca bun h kung chi kon. Dt lilian phi than re sai. New jum tergal cc rockoin as ong ggi. Lane na gnv bongman kang h nim vow y. Mamuan Nam Vao Hong 7. Chonin Law.